Good morning, everybody. I'm Vincent Meza. This is Listings to Leads, and you've got us on our Get Started call, which is really for our new clients. We have new clients signing up every day. We also have a lot of clients who've been with us for many years, and there's always new technology that we're pushing. And so it's good to get a refresher of what's going on, what you can use here. And always, I think it's always smart to get on the calls because we always hear things. Scott and I talk all the time to our clients. We're hearing feedback of what's working. We're seeing problems. I just had a phone call with somebody just like 5 minutes ago who was just having a horrible problem, and we got a chance to talk. And I hear this problem a lot, so we're going to talk about that too. Before we get into it, I want to mention what Listings to Leads does. And okay. So we're an advertising platform. We've been here for about 15 years. For realtors, and we help realtors with social media. We help them market their listings with a lot of automated tools. We help them get more buyers and more sellers, right? And so everything that we're doing, you might have e-flyers, you might have virtual tours, you might have some landing pages, but yours don't typically capture leads the way that ours do. If you're from the biggest franchises, they have your branding all set up, right? That's what a corporation's got to do. Make sure every agent's going out there and getting their branding not messed up. So they tackle that. But when it comes to lead capture, you're on your own. And I'm sure many of you have heard of the great companies like Zillow and Realtor.com, which will sell you 5 or 10 leads for X hundreds of dollars. At the same time, they're selling them to other people. And agents aren't really into that model anymore. And they're trying to figure out, how does this work? So let me show you and describe to you how this platform, we create everything automatically. Some of it can go out automatically, and you can sign up and we'll look at that real quickly, where we just do all this automated stuff. But the automatic stuff is cool. Our clients really get excited about it, but it doesn't actually grow your business in a tremendous way. We have agents who have doubled and tripled their business. We have agents who have moved from one state to another, become the top listing agent, and start their own office. I've got an agent, there's a story here, who I sold their company years ago. He was a rookie, 2 years in the business, now has the largest team in an office of 1,000 agents. And largest meaning they are the top producers, right? You have a lot here if you take a little bit of time to invest in and learn what you have access to. And in case you don't know, we have a webpage called leadgenwebinars.com. And today's class is Get Started. Scott's doing a really cool thing on kind of overall marketing. It's this class here, social media database marketing. You should definitely check that out. I do a class for lenders. I do a class on Facebook and Google. And then I do a class on top tools for more listings. And these two are really important. Get Started is important if you're brand new, right? Because you need to get an idea of what we got here. But you're going to end up wanting more listings. And so the call is super important. And Facebook and Google can help you get more listings and, of course, get more buyers. So these two classes I highly recommend, right? I'm going to send this to everybody right now on the call. And if you don't mind, if you could put in the chat panel, how long have you been with us? Are you a new client? Is it a couple weeks, couple months? Let me know. I just sent lead gen webinars to everybody on this call right now. So please get on our other classes and but here's another thing. This class, as well as every other class that I do or Scott does, is recorded, and it's right here on our YouTube channel. So I'm going to put this here. I see Bill is new to us a couple months. I'm glad you're here. There's a lot here. And actually, this that I'm sending to everybody right now, in response to your question there, is a link to this channel. So every class that Scott does is here. And I want to point out, here's top tools for more listings right here. We put the title of the class on picture, and I know everybody reads the word underneath. The words underneath are really, what was that specific call about? So top tools for listings, I do every couple of weeks. And I honestly recommend every agent watch 2 or 3. I guarantee you there's going to be some repetition if you do that. But I go down specific aspects of the platform in each call, and I don't say exactly the same thing. So you definitely want to know that. I know everybody's understanding the NAR settlement, and buyer compensation is negligible, I guess, to say the least. But if you have listings, you know how you're going to get compensated. And that's why it's going to get more competitive. And that's why we're going to be talking about a lot of ways to be competitive. Ron, yeah, is saying you're new and, oh, you're with Innovate. We just signed our office a little while ago. It's pretty recent. So it's a good time for you to join and to learn about us. And you're a new agent. And I'll actually share something with you about one of our new agents here. One thing I want to point out, and I don't want to get stuck on YouTube, is shorts. So subscribe to our page. So Scott is doing 1-minute shorts on particular aspects of the platform. Okay. And we're always pushing new things, but we're also getting a lot of feedback from our clients every week. So if somebody's saying, hey, I did this and I got X results, he will do that. He'll boil it down in a 1-minute video. And I totally appreciate that you're here to spend an hour with me, but 1-minute bites is also really a great way of grasping this. Somewhere in here, right here, I'm going to send this to everybody. And let's see if I can get to play.
Transactions per listing. I'm right now list the lead. We're renting all of our TUs and their vouchers.
Okay. Here's an agent saying, oh, I think listings lead is great. But who's on this call here? Ron is a new agent. And this guy here, Dustin, was a new agent when I closed their office about 7 years ago. Okay. And he's prior to that was a manager at Office Depot. He had been in the business for 2 years. I sold their office a team discount, and they were 300 agents. That office has grown in those years to over 1,000 agents. And he now has a team of 24 agents, and they are the top producing team. He's the top producing agent in that whole office. This guy here learned how to use our tools. And I tell you, he's probably not using more than 10 of them. And where are we getting these? Where are we getting, I'm sending, you might be on a different kind of, Roya, you're asking how you get. This is in our shorts area on our YouTube channel. I sent it to everybody. I'll send it to you, but you may not be getting it because it looks like you're accessing the call from a different, maybe a phone or something. So anyway, and then CT's here. I just got off the phone with her. I'm going to talk a little bit about her story. How can I upload leads to use the email templates? Good question. D. A good question, and let me answer that for everybody. Let's log into the account and talk about that. So one aspect of the platform is we have a lot of content. Oh, this is not the account I want to be in. We have a lot of that's what we call drip campaigns or follow-ups. And I'll tell you what, they're very powerful. So if you don't have a good CRM, you should use that. And I'll tell you this even more. You might have a great CRM, and that drip campaign that you got automatically turned on was canned from the start, right? And it's not really getting your phone ringing. Let me pause this real quickly. I'm having an issue here. And our drip campaigns, we've designed ourselves. We have a high open rate, and we also have our clients, they're closing appointments for our clients. And that's obviously the point of capturing leads. We do have a lot of clients who just they have a listing, they've heard of us, and they sign up because they just want to market that listing and client really happy. And that's cool. We certainly can help you do that. But we also have clients who are like, oh no, I'm in this to have a very solidness and not a business that's loaded with peaks and valleys, but a stable business where I'm talking to buyers and I'm talking to sellers all the time. And in that case, you need us because we have, hold on a minute, guys. I can't find my little thing here. Show screen. I had to log in. I had to get back in. Can everybody see now? Again, okay. So in the account, and let's go over what goes on when we sign up, right? There's a wizard. And if you logged in, your wizard would be right here at the top right on the dashboard. And if you've been a long time client, You may not have seen this dashboard. We're building this to make this stronger and stronger to help you. So you can, every time you log in, you're going to come right here. You can make the decision, do I need seller leads? And you can click that button right there. Or do I need buyer leads? And click that button right there. Whichever one you going to online assets or listings that are relevant, in this case, it's seller leads. Listings are really important, right? I was talking to Siti a little bit ago. She's on the call with us right now. And I said, I just sold something 2 weeks ago. You have to manually put that in the account and run ads on that and probably mail out a letter. I'm going to talk about that for sure. These are the best ways of getting listing leads. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But marketing sold properties. We have landing pages to help you get listings. They're sitting right here in front of you. And if you click on marketing tools, there's all kinds of ways to get them out. You could run ads. You could share them for free on your CRM. You've even got print tools. Same is true for PDF guides. You each have 80 PDF guides, right? And they're branded to you on every page, and 40 of them are for buyers and 40 of them are for sellers. In this case, we're talking about getting listing leads. You click on marketing tools and boom, it'll give you all the options to get this out into the area, right? And then there's some short form videos. That's cool. Here's some where your leads are coming from. This is on the dashboard. Okay. So before we dive into all the ways and everything, I want to make sure that we make sure that you set up your account, right? But before I do all that, I got to hit the pause button. And I got to tell you that inside the little GoToWebinar chat panel is a section that says handouts. Please open that up now and click on FA Google Ads. And this is a PDF. And let me know that you can see this because I'm going to talk about these right now. And there's two. One is on Facebook and Google, and the other one is on Top Tools for More Listings. Okay. So you need to have these printed and sitting on your desk. And when I mentioned that guy, Dustin, he has done to grow from a rookie manager at Office Depot to a top team. Ron, I'm glad you have that. I'm glad you got that. So please, everybody, download these things and have them on your desk. Because I can tell you right now, just from that guy, Dustin, on our YouTube channel, I'll tell you what he's doing, right? Which is on this list. He runs ads on Facebook and Google. And so right here, Top Tools for More Listings, it's boom, do that. Run ads on Facebook and Google for home values, right? Run ads on, and this is run ads on pending and under contract and sold properties, and get the nearby homeowner letter. That's pretty much all he's doing. Okay. And that guy has a team of 24 agents and they are totally, he was on a call with us and he says, we do everything. But I know that these are the things that moved his business to where it is right now. And we have lots of examples in the mastermind group. Nora, thanks for joining us. I just noticed your note there and I'm just checking on things, make sure I haven't. Okay, good. So anyway, that's the short story right there. If you've downloaded this and you hold this and you execute on these top things, your business will grow. No doubt. Now there's another section. This other page is on Facebook and Google. And this tells you the kinds of things you can do on Facebook and Google. And I will tell you this. Now I was on the phone this morning with Siti, who's sitting on this call right now. And unfortunately she was paying us and she couldn't get Facebook figured out. She didn't know what was going on. And she happened to call me and I said, yeah, that sounds like a Facebook problem. And we clicked through and I'm going to just show you something. When you have a problem with Facebook and I'm taking the time to do this because so many agents have this problem. They get a message that says there's something wrong in your account on Facebook. There's something wrong over there. And hopefully Facebook is going to be a jerk to me today. And you have to get to your ad manager and you have to look for your payment method. That's what's stuck. And I tell you, every week I hear this from somebody. Everything's stuck, right? So this is our mastermind group, and you definitely got to get in our mastermind group. It looks like I'm going to have a Facebook day, but get in our mastermind group, ask our support team to get you in because Scott and I share a lot of what's here and we get questions. Here's the thing about Realty Juggler. Write down Pat's name. I'm going to come back to her later on. She actually kills it with getting with their top tool. So when I talk about top tools for more listings and I say it's a near my homeowner letter, yeah, that is what Doug uses or Dustin Box. It's also what Pat Motley uses. And she's going to be a great example. We're going to come back and look at that a little bit later. But I'm trying to help you guys understand the biggest problem that I see agents have when it comes to Facebook. And there's a reason why you want to run ads on Facebook. I highly recommend it. It's going to help new agents, and we have some new agents here. It's going to help you build your brand while at the same time you're capturing buyer and seller. I'm logged in at Facebook, and if I click see more, I'm going to see, what is it? Ad Manager. You want to get Ad Manager, and let me click this. Everything is taking a while on Facebook. I apologize. But if you could remember this, you friends in real estate that have this similar problem, and we hear it all the time. And I want to just point it out to you, right? So if you have a problem, you click on Ad Manager, and it'll ask you what business you've got. Boy, Facebook, of course, super slow. I don't know if you can see it over here on the left. There's a little credit card. It's at the back of a credit card with that little black stripe. If you click that, it's going to take you right as soon as you click that. If there's a problem in your Facebook ad account regarding bullying, it's going to be right here. And I was talking with City, who jumped on the call today, and she was like, I can't run ads. I'm going to use your stuff to run ads. And she's, and I've been giving your sport team a hard time. And I think upwards sorry. Which she was apologizing. We never want that for us. But anyway, there will be a message on this page telling you there's a problem. In her case, I don't know how, she owed Facebook $2.07. $2.07. And all she had to do was click a button that said pay now, right? And that solved the problem, and boom, she can run ads. That problem happens all the time with realtors. And I really feel bad about that because I can tell you, Facebook is awesome. And I highly recommend that you are using that. And it's going to help you get buyer leads and seller leads. So let's get into really the nuts and bolts that you need to be thinking about. I'm going to rip through really quickly what you need to make sure you have set up. When you sign up the first time, there's a wizard that helps you connect all these things. The first thing we always ask is connect to auto posting and connect your social media accounts. We ask you to connect to social media 3 times. And a lot of people get confused because they say, oh, I just did it. I'm going to just forget this. No, we're doing 3 different functions. So connect all 3 times. You connect to your personal account and then you highlight your business page. Okay. And that tells us auto post to your listings to your business pages. Same is true for Twitter or X. Same is true. Maybe we're not doing LinkedIn anymore. I can't remember, but Instagram and Google My Business. Okay. So we're going to auto post. I'll show you what that looks like. It's great. It's pre-done. It's automatic. And there's even lead capture built into it. So you definitely want to use that. Right here is CRM integration. We have APIs from the top CRMs, and there are many more. If you don't see your CRM, click on other and go find the unique email address that your CRM gave you. It's usually something weird looking that nobody ever sees. But if you put it there, what that's telling us is anytime we capture a lead for you, send it to your CRM at that address, and your CRM will scrape it off the email and drop it in your CRM for automation. Make sure you got that connected. Also on the account, make sure that you go appearance. And again, all this stuff is in the wizard, right? It's all like you're walked through this in the first 5 minutes. So I'm just showing you in case you haven't done it. Get your logo here. If you got a white logo, put it here. And you can choose your theme. If you're part of a larger franchise, the color scheme is here. And I like the lead gen version of our single property websites because I like our clients to get more leads. This is the templates for your social media, the auto posting of your listings. I always like that to go out to. So do that. Here where it says social media links, this section on the profile, it's where it's follow me, like join me on Facebook. That's all it is. It's not any technology thing. It's just the link. Okay. So you got that there. That's on the profile. If we get out of the profile, we go up to the left, we got follow-ups, and the follow-up, somebody asked on the call earlier, where can I upload my leads so that your drip campaign can work? You cannot do that. So I hope everybody understands that. We're trying not to get into a massive lead spam company, and you have to really control that. So if you're capturing leads with us, you're going to get, I am going to go over the landing pages for sure. We're moving up right now. If you can get follow-ups, this will help you close appointments. So you can definitely check that out. If you keep moving up, I'm going to move down, actually set up an office. And by the way, guys, I set up the LinkedIn offices. If you need a team account or an office account, reach out to me, Vince at Listings to Leads. My contact info is on the website. But here, this is leads. So all your leads are here. Keep an eye on this section because we're building this out for you to work your leads like a pipeline so that you can call your leads. And we're almost done there. We're almost done pushing this so that you'll have like your top 10 buyer leads, your top 10 seller leads, and you could just put your notes, make your calls, and get through it. Another new thing is right here. It's called AI text follow-up. So if you're the kind of agent who is thinking about building your business, like growing your business, you might want to look at this. And I want to put the caveat that what you need to be doing is getting a good volume of listings. Okay. Not like you're just marketing one home every 3 months and you forget about it. If you're going to forget about our system, don't bother using this. This costs $50 a month, and it is it's an AI text follow-up that is engaging the people who we're capturing the leads from. And we're teeing it up to the point where they need a phone call, and you're notified of that. You can watch it occur. When it comes to capturing leads, we got a lot of ways to capture leads. Where a crack in the road here is, do agents actually have a good follow-up system? And drip campaigns are pretty weak, right? We have our own drip campaign down here. It's called follow-ups. It's pretty strong. But in general, even from the top CRM companies, they're not getting your phone to ring. And if you need that to happen, you might want to look at this. But again, I recommend somebody who's generating 50 leads a month at minimum, right? And that's super easy. I'm going to show you how to do that. What I did want to jump up to is client reviews. We have a client review website, and you can add your reviews by clicking them. We can auto sweep them from Google and Zillow and Testimonial Tree, but you can also grab them from Facebook or Yelp or whatever. We create a website. When I was showing you the profile, I said, hey, if you have a white logo, your white logo is up here. And you have a video, but all your views are here. And a marketing plan is here. If I get you started, information. You can snap in a testimonial video if you want. There's a bunch of people looked at them yet, but they're all here for buyers or sellers. And if I want to download one, I just got to give you my contact information. And any listing in your account is here. And if I'm interested in that, I would click on it, land on a single property website, and become a lead here. There's a bunch of lead capture here as well. This is a single property website that we automatically created. And at point, a lead capture is if they're embedded all over the place, but form up. I also want to point out right here that, let's just go look somewhere. I should have it. I don't see it here. That might be because this is a unique here. You'll see that we have home value landing page, new construction, and first-time home buyers. And I'm going to bring this up because this is, somebody was asking about landing pages. We create an instant home value page for you. I'll show you where it is in a moment. You will want to make sure this looks like your area, right? This is a generic photo we bought 10 years ago. Not every city in America looks like that. So make sure that's speaking to your local market. And you notice we got a big old footer down here pointing to the same thing. So if you're living in one of the coastal towns, you might want a different picture, right? If you're in Florida, you might want it. Sure. If you're in Arizona, it's totally different look. And you can go sort that out on landing pages. When you get this page built, though, I do want to point out, when you get a review, copy this link and go to Facebook, paste it on Facebook, and tag your client and thank them for it. Oh, Antoinette, guys, is my bring up? I might have to shut some things down a little bit here. Can you hear me okay? I'm gonna close a few things. Give me a second, guys. Is that getting any better? I'm just shutting some things down here, guys. Give me a second. Yeah, you're so sharing it. Stop sharing webcam. Yes, on audio. Okay, I just shut a few things down, so let's hopefully that's gonna sound a little bit. Okay, how can so get your client reviews, paste them on Facebook, tag your client. The reason you want to do that is that your clients have all kinds of friends and family and colleagues on Facebook they're sharing stuff with, right? And so when you copy this link and you tag them, all of their friends and family and colleagues can see that on Facebook. And if we can, I'll paste it up there and hopefully you can see this. So you can just go up here on Facebook and let's see here, paste it like this and tag your client. And you want to sugarcoat that a bit. Great working with you and thanks for your review, and just share it. So if you've tagged that client, all of their friends and family are going to see that. And now you know that review page has a ton of information for you. Let's jump up to landing pages. And remember how I was showing you on that previous tool there that your instant home value page is sitting right there for you, right? So somebody had a question about landing pages. What was your question? What did you want to know? And I want to point out that these are automatically set up and sitting here waiting for you, right? Free home values, down payer assistance, new construction, and iBuyer. And there's a recruiting page, but that's an extra fee. But you see this one here? This is what it looks like for all of you as soon as you log in. And I want to caution you because a lot of agents see this, oh, I want to run an ad on Facebook right away, boom. And it's unfortunately a way of being really frustrated real quick because this is not speaking to a particular neighborhood or not even it's speaking to a city. And that's the issue. That's a problem because if we own a home, we want to talk to that area expert, right? And so anything that's generic, how do we link them to our site? Oh, that's an interesting question. Okay, so and that actually happens a lot. That question pops up a lot. If you click on marketing tools or edit, let's click on edit here for this. Let's click on edit because this is where you change the background photograph. And this is critical because this web page is going to ask for your address and your contact information. Now, I'm going to guess you guys have been floating around the internet for a while. And whenever somebody asks you for your contact information, do you put it on? Do you put it in there? The answer is usually no. People don't really want to be doing that. They're really afraid at the moment that you even ask for an email address. That's why you need to take this picture here and change it with something that looks like their area. So they feel like, oh, this is a local. They know me. And since this particular tool, which is this tool right here, it's integrated in almost all of your tools. It's like by default. You need to take the time and make sure that looks like your area. Now, I am going to click on advanced options here. And so D, this is for you, right? And actually, this is something that a lot of clients like to do, want to do. And I want to speak to it. Right here, domains, is it pixels, Treco, social share? Is it preferences? Oh, no, I'm looking for it, guys. Domain or something. Editor. Let's go back to editor. There is HTML somewhere. And normally I know that, but we moved it. Copy link. We don't want to copy link. The link is the actual view share. D, I'm sorry. We've moved it. And I think if you ask our support team, where can I get the HTML for the landing page? It should be under this options. It really should be. And that's really weird. Copy, autoresponder, share domain. It's not in preferences. Odd. Sorry. It used to be here. We always remove things. Really? Send me an email, Vince@listings to leads, and I'll find out where it is. But I will say this, because this question comes up a whole heck of a lot. And I'll ask D, how many people hit your website every month? And really, you should know that if you're going to take the time to embed something like this, because for most agents, it's south of 200 people a month. And that's if they're hitting your website. It doesn't mean they actually were looking for this page. So a lot of agents lose a lot of time. And I want to point out that when you're using our Facebook and Google ads, that same landing page can land in front of hundreds and thousands of people, and you can capture leads in like a $50 ad, right? We integrate that landing page with these tools, and the same thing, you're getting it out in front of people that are relevant. A lot of agents, they want a landing page like that embedded in their website. I will tell you this, there's a lady named Amanda Albright, who's a coach, and she keeps sending people to us all the time. And where the heck is it? Let's go over the other landing pages. Maybe it's in there. There's a QR code. So here's a custom landing page that we built, which talks about getting top dollar for your home. And if I click on marketing tools, there's a QR code. And a lot of agents like the QR code because QR codes have become, so here, by the way, if you create the landing page, this landing page has its own embed code. For some reason, that was not on the main one. But if you create your own instant home value page, it's going to have that right there. That's what you're looking for, the word embed code. But here's something that's way more important. Yeah, not the edited. Okay. You better email me that. Yeah. So here, QR code, if somebody scans that with their phone, it's going to take them directly to the page. And this lady, Amanda Albright, she puts this on everything she prints. Everything. It's going to say scan here for your free home value, right? On top of it. So you keep doing that year after year. People, it's sitting on their countertop. They scan it when they're ready and they're good to go. We're still on setting up the account. We're learning bits and pieces here. I edited the landing page, but when I went to marketing it, the original, not the edited version. You need to save the edited version. When you're editing, make sure you save that. So if I'm in an editor, let's see if I have one here, yeah. Because there is a save button at the top and you need to make sure you did. Now that's weird. You said email me, I'll look it up. So where were we? We were talking about, there's too many pages. On the landing page section, you want property valuation plus, which is our instant home value for every town you're in. Okay. And you don't have to start off with that, but pick your top town or your top two and create a home value page for each one. And as you can see, there are ways to run ads on it. There are e-flyers associated to it, and there are print tools. And a lot of and that gets into, those are the tools that you want to get out into the market. Okay. Now I want to jump up to social content. And social content is that last area where we get you to connect to social media. This area it's an important part of our system. It doesn't actually capture as many leads, but boy, it's helping our clients grow their social media accounts on Instagram and on Facebook. If you're using Google My Business, this frequent content is helping the SEO of Google My Business grow so that agents, they might have been number 8 or 10 or whatever. Now they're number 1 and 2 after just a few months. My email is Vince@listings to leads. If you have questions, please let me know. And so anyway, you connect your socials. You tell us how many of these tools that you want out there. There are PDF guides. You absolutely want to turn these on bare minimum. Okay. If you work with Spanish speaking clients, you can turn them on there. And there are a number of topics. If you click on the eyeball here, the eyeball shows you all the articles that are in this section. I really don't recommend you look through there. If you're in Canada, maybe you want to look through it because sometimes they're like, oh, that's not related to my market. But you can turn on some sections here. You can turn on some meme stuff here and save it. And that tells us to auto post to your social media. This not listing related content. Now, I mentioned the PDF guides a couple times. There are 80 of them, 40 for buyers, 40 for sellers. And once you have your logo and your picture and branding in, they go through every page of this. And then lastly is listing. So we should be able to auto sweep your listings. And again, this is part of the wizard. We ask for your MLS email. And that tells us, okay, any listing associated with that, put it in here. But like I said, there was this lady, City, and who got on the call with me. She said, oh, I sold something a couple weeks ago. You should absolutely get in here. If you're new to us, change it to just sold and listing agent or selling agent and put it in here. You can see it's not like deep. It's just a few fields here and then add the photos and description. Then you can use our top tools for marketing this to get listing. You can also do that. Let's say you're helping somebody buy a home, right? And you're helping the homeowner, somebody buy a home. So you know it's about to close. You can pull that listing in and you market it as closed. Because I can almost guarantee, because I'm friends with so many realtors, they don't know how to market for lead capture any sold listing. They might put a picture out there that says, I sold this home, and that's cool. They don't have any landing page or any lead capture built with it. It's just sharing a pic. If you want to leverage that listing, use our tools to do that. Right. Also, if you find yourself, I'm going to do this manually. If you're in a listing presentation and you're about to get in one, go take a photograph and change this to listing presentation. Okay. So the status isn't active or open house. It's listing presentation. And when you do that, we create a listing presentation wrapped around that home. Let's see if I got one here. I thought we had one. Oh, right here. Yeah. And it's basically our listing presentation on everything we do. You can download it right here. So once you get it in there, it's downloaded. It takes a few seconds because it's pretty big. And you want to take this on your listing presentation. It's bulletproof. It is really difficult to compete against this. The thing about listing presentations is we don't auto post this to social media. Okay. It's just sitting in your account, and there's all kinds of tools that you can show them and walk them through that listing presentation. And there's so much technology even built into the listing presentation. There's a QR code. It shows all the kinds of Facebook things, all the kinds of print things, all the kinds of email things that you're doing in 27 pages. And let me tell you, it's pretty tough to compete against that. Download that and take it with you when you go on that listing presentation. And of course, walk through it a little bit so you know what you're going to be to. But it's pretty simple. It's not heavy reading. It's and I'm going to wait. I'll just show you the first thing. We've talked about all of the tools and we talked about setup. I want to show you a couple of easy things to know. If you need buyers, the fastest way to get buyers is running ads on Facebook. Our software, it actually auto-populates. So I'm going to just use a home that's for sale. And leave it on lead ads. This is so powerful. Lead ads means that when somebody sees the ad and they click on it, their name, email, and phone number is automatically pulled into this form. And it says, hey, would you like that information? And you say yes, right? They either say yes or they say no. If they say yes, their name, phone number, and email is getting delivered to you automatically. If you want leads with phone numbers, that is honestly using our Facebook lead form ads is the way to do it. Now, this here is this is just a home that's for sale. There's a couple things I want you to understand you can do to customize this. If you're in the southern states, you see where it says location, you can type in northern cities. Maybe you want to market in Chicago because people get tired of the winter. Maybe you want to market in New York City because they're tired of the taxes or whatever, right? That's how you do that. It's so easy with our system. You might say over here in this box, you might want to click on it and say, hey, you know what? This is in a great school district, right? Or maybe you got a new custom kitchen, or if it's missing in this text, you can add it right here. Another really useful thing is this here, where it says change image. You can a carousel ad, and carousel ads outperform a static image ad, right? So when you click that, it's going to look at the photographs in your listing, and you can use the first one that we used, which was this, but you can then say, okay, I'm going to use this one and this one and this one, up to 5 images, insert it, and then it'll bring you back and to show you that now people can scroll through that. I also want to point out, before I click that button, you could have uploaded your own video. So if you're paying a videographer to do video of your home, there's never lead capture associated to that. Now you can upload it to this ad. It'll wipe out these static images and it'll be that beautiful video that you paid for. Definitely do that. Your lead cost will drop. So there's a couple of things here. It's always a 15-mile radius. You could make it wider depending on where you are. If it's for buyers, it's $35 ad for 7 days. So $5 a day. That's a max you can spend. Buyer leads cost about $3 each on average, maybe a little bit more. I don't think there is a limit on the time length of the video, but I do think that anything longer than 60 seconds is not going to get watched. They'll still watch it, but you're going to lose them because it's an ADD nation. So this is how to get buyers. There are a lot of ways to get buyers with our platform. There are e-flyers, there are PDF guides, there are landing pages. But if you need buyers, marketing a listing, even if you borrowed it, is the fastest, most effective way. And I also want to bring this up because I remember when you were talking about landing pages. I talked to an agent a couple months ago. She goes, yeah, I wanted to create a landing page on a particular development of new construction. I said, oh, why don't you go over here to new construction and just edit this to talk about, change the background picture and go out there and then run ads on this. And then I said, but wait a minute. I showed her how to do that. She changed the name to the development, and then she put some bullet points of what was so cool, and she put a picture in it. I said, to be honest, you shouldn't waste your time with a landing page. You can if you want, but you should just go to listings and go get a picture of the model home and put it up as a listing and market that, because people respond to listings. They don't always respond to sign up for a list of homes, blah, blah, blah. They don't do that because if they see a good looking home and they want a home, they're going to click on it. So if we go back, and that really what I want to finish on is ads. We looked at how to run to get buyer ads. The fastest way of getting seller leads is actually running a sold ad. So a property that's under contract, pending, or sold. It all says, so I have one here, a lead ad, so that I get phone number. It all says the same sort of message. This home is about to close, or it is closed, and that affects your home's value. It is pre-written just like this, okay? All you need to do, you could expand the radius if you want, create ad. That is going to get you leads that cost about $7 each on average, okay? And there with name, email, and phone number. Where are you going to find homeowner leads for $7 each? Anywhere. Does anybody on this call know of that? I did a new build and edited it, and I didn't keep the draft. Okay, you got to save that. Yeah. Oh, you saved it and it didn't keep it. Okay, that's interesting. We should talk after the call on that. So I'm going to take you to the mastermind group. Please ask the support team to get you in the mastermind group. It's a private group on Facebook, and if you are not in it, you can't see it, right? So you can't join yourself. One of us has to send you a link. This guy here, Brian, I set up his office, I think it's over a year now, and they have their LPT office. And he really likes our platform and wants his agents to use it. So he is making a video here, and you can find this in the mastermind group, but I'm going to tell you what he's saying so that you don't have to listen through my speakers. He was showing his agents that you can run a home that's sold on Facebook and get seller leads. And he says, but before I show you that, he goes, let me tell you, this home generated 114 buyer leads on Facebook. He said it was so popular. We just got 114 buyer leads. 114 buyer leads cost about $350. Okay. There's a cost. Sherry, I don't know your number. Again, email me. Anyway, they converted 4 of those buyer leads. Okay. And the commission on 4 home purchases in Texas is more than $350. So the ROI is there. But at the second half of the call, I said, yeah, we flipped it to sold. We ran an ad. We got leads for $4 each for name, email, and phone number of homeowners. We texted them in the morning. We closed 1 phone call by afternoon. And in that phone call, closed a listing appointment where they want to sell a home for $400,000 and they want to purchase another for $450,000, right? That is awesome. And I asked him, what did you do? Did you do anything custom when you ran that sold ad? And he said, no, I just clicked on it like this and I clicked create ad. I didn't change anything on your ad. And why I'm telling you this is that it's that easy to capture buyer leads and seller leads. You don't actually need to, you can get better results sometimes if you do customize it. You can go in there and say, this home sold, we got 5 offers. We sold 20K above asking. We sold it in 1 week. I had a lady tell me, sitting on the call earlier, I sold that home in 2 days. That was like pre-COVID story. I haven't heard that in a long time. So if you're selling a home in 2 days, you should tell the market that's a real incentive to talk to you, right? So using Facebook in this way is really powerful. I want to show you the number one most powerful tool for capturing listing leads that turn into listing contracts. And we create this tool every time you have a listing in here, right? I want to point out, because I actually saw an email this morning in my mailbox and people say, I don't think my stuff is flipping as sold automatically. And that may happen. I actually think more than 50% of the MLSs do not give us pending or sold data. Most of them will tell us when a price is reduced, but they don't tell us like this is sold. If you want to mark it as sold, you need to change it just like I'm doing it here. But this is active. And I am going to show you that every listing has this tool called the nearby homeowner letter. Okay. This is a piece of paper. It's not a Facebook ad. It's not a Google ad. And when you look at it, it's not the sexiest thing in the world. It says, hey, we just listed a home. Go check it out. That affects your home value. Go get your free home value. That's it. You can tell it's not a heavy read. And the people who respond to that are usually homeowners. And if you click this button here and you have an account with Express Copy, they will mail that in a 1 or 2 or 3 mile radius, your choice, to homeowners with more than 6 years equity of single family homes. Click that button, submit, 100 pieces go out for $185. You want to get this out. Now, we have this partnership with Express Copy to make it easy for you, but I do show you, remember I mentioned the lady named Pat Motley? She's not using Express Copy, but Pat has been in our mastermind group for many years. I think she's been a client probably for 12 years in Louisiana. And she shares with us last fall, she's like, yeah, every time I have a listing, I mail out 100 just listed. But now this home is sold, so I mail out another 100 as sold. And I mail it to people first before after she prints it, she flips it over and prints it like an envelope and hand writes these envelopes. It's probably obvious to everybody that's going to be pretty productive, right? That's a lot of time. She says it's 4 hours of work, but she had 4 homeowners call her on the first 100 and another 3 call her on the second 100 and 1 text. So 8 people want to sell their home with her this year from 1 home and 200 pieces of mail. This is not internet stuff, right? This is a handwritten signature with a tool that we make for every one of your listings. Most of our clients use that on just listed and just sold. Remember, I asked you all to print this and it's right here. It's the number one tool. When I showed you on the beginning of the call, Dustin Fox, who was a manager at Office Depot, Dustin and a rookie agent when I sold his office, Dustin, that was the first, that's how we learned about Dustin. He's right here. Let me show you that. So these are the top things, right? Get leads, right? So Dustin, I'd mentioned he was a rookie at Offsuit. He's now written his own book, which he launched this year. But this is how we learned about him. He was saying, hey, I'm using your nearby homeowner letter in Maryland, and I'm getting all kinds of listings. And that was in 2018. He is now writing books with the largest team at Pearson Smith. Okay. And there's a whole section of that book that's about the things that he uses in our system. Right. And I actually started the call and I said, these are the tools right here that he's using right here. We just had a call with RE Technology. He was talking about it and they use as much as they can. There's so much more automation. We make it easier. Now, I've showed you the top ways, the top number 2 ways of getting listing leads: running sold ads on Facebook and mailing this letter out. To get buyers, it's run ads with a listing on Facebook. We also have Google ad software. We also have really powerful, even our postcards have lead capture built into them. We have sign writers if you're using our tech service, or if you want people to scan a QR code, we have that. There are a lot of ways of getting both buyer leads and seller leads. And unfortunately on this call, I have to show you a lot of things, but I do want to remind everybody, I'm going to send this to you again. This is the link to our YouTube channel. And I cover in depth on our Facebook and Google class how to use Facebook and Google. And I honestly, I separated on this is what you do to get buyer leads. Notice there was one here 3 days ago. So if you want buyers, you're going to see how to get buyers. If you want sellers, I go into multiple ways of getting listings with Facebook and Google. And then of course, I have top tools for more listings, which is right here. And I started the class and I said, you should actually watch 2 or 3 versions of that video. So that's my recommendation. Are there any questions about anything I've mentioned or anything I have not mentioned? Let me remind you, get into the mastermind group. Use the tools that I mentioned today. There's a lot more tools. Make sure your account is totally set up. And lastly, if you need a team account, email me. I'm Vince at Listings to Leads. Contact information is on our website. I think if you go to the office page, you'll see me there. If you have questions, just email me or call me and contact. I think that's me somewhere. I don't know what that is. Anyway, I'm here somewhere. And let's see if I schedule a demo, what that does. Anyway, are there any other questions? Yeah, thank you. It is a lot to take in. And yeah, you do have to watch things a few times. And that would be my recommendation, is take the time to learn this. I know there's a very new agent here. Learn this system is awesome for new agents, because I'll tell you this, you're probably competing with thousands of other agents and they have brand recognition and you don't. Our software content, our automated social content alone will help you build your networks and build your brand, and ideally help you capture leads for free as well. Anyway, there's a lot there to unpack. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Have a great week and let us know how we can help. Okay. Thanks everybody. This call is recorded. It will be in the mastermind group and it will be on our YouTube channel probably either today or tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone.